the fact that she can play in most different compositions, it feels like she just kind of is the most flexible out of all of them. But you know, if TLC, for example, can keep that Luna Snow matchup and keep Cooper healthy against Stick Drift, you know, I'm curious how this goes. It's that Daredevil versus the Black Cat matchup, and you know, I think between the two, I would favor the Daredevil in that specific 1v1, but also if we see energy on that Psylocke, I don't know. I've not been a big fan of Psylocke so far throughout.
Also, we haven't seen a lot of Psylocke either, chat, but Psylocke, I think, is very consistent.
Energy really can play everything. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like now. So you got the little side-by-side
production
action here. Tones on the cap.
Thank you. What are we? Oh, speaking about Psylocke, energy is on Psylocke. There you go. There you go.
Value all the time. Discuss what it's like when you don't have a heavy pocket comp, just kind of playing your life 24/7. And that's going to be the case here. Vest is playing slow, with the whole team sets up for the dive all over on the height.
Yeah, the difficulty is the Daredevil team will always be able to sort of set up these dives through wall hacks and stuff, but if we're together as a cohesive unit, we should be okay. Green's used. Logan also got a fast ultimate build, by the way, who was on that Deadpool.
Oh, Tones. Tones
able to get that extra damage output down there. Doomed with another one. And just through some sheer, you know, nice slow play, TLC not taking enough forward aggression, especially against the Loki.
Wow, STD taking the first cap
so far from Silent Blade.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be tough playing Psy into Loki. You have an answer to the ult, you know, off cooldown, which is
wait
the value
a minute.
Of crystals in this meta. Tone's able to find energy there again, and Stick Drift looking good off the rip here. Even through that amazing setup we saw from Team Liquid Citadel, they're all over the place. Played slow, calm, and steady, and shut it down with that Loki Mantis backline. See the beginning now.
Wait, chat.
To take this space.
There's some insider trading going on. Team Liquid Citadel
moving.
Came to my Twitch chat, bet on STD so they could win some channel points because they knew Team Liquid Citadel was going to lose.
But as long as Rita starts to play slow a little bit as well, if I'm the BRB, no way does it get moved by Nero. Oh no, it got broken, I think. So excellent job by Ritas to find the BRB. Now Speedly comes back to take care of him, though. Just read him the whole time, staring at him. Excellent job by Speedery on that read.
Yeah, this retake is quick, but 50% is not bad. Crystals get, you know, pulled out here. There's the commitment now going in heavy. Not going to matter. Speedery takes out Doom. Energy going to find Silent Blaze, and it looks like
Energy tried the Psylocke, but now he's on.
He's doing a great job. Try to get this
now
up
he's
into
on
the
Elsa
60%
chat.
range, and does just that on the retake. You know, it's not the 70 that makes it a guaranteed one fight with a portal play type situation, but 61 is nothing to joke about. Well done, Stick Drift.
I mean, that was a nice read, I think, by TLC, like the Speedleys too. Like we talk about the Daredevil, we talk about matchups too. Like heroes can play so differently in specific compositions, and you can see it's just such a huge sleep, by the way, into Pauly. At least forces him to fall back towards that point. But regardless, you see, like most of the time you're playing a melee character, you want to set up those dives, play super aggressive, fly over the place. But in this comp, you need to slow it down because both teams, you know, are going to play slow, and you have to read those flanks because if you get caught out, you can cost your team the team fight.
You see how fast that Sia got burned right there. Goodbye to the Sia from
Bro,
Hero.
that,
pretty good positioning. Silent gonna copy up. Iffy gonna start with the rage, but wow, Energy finds through the chaos. Still up in numbers right now as the dance floor comes out from Cooper W. Patience. Way to hold on there to wait until the fight was most dire. Now everybody's still healthy. Energy trying to track through invisibility and almost does that with the right click now as they start up with a freedom charge from Pauly, who has been absolutely disgusting on Cap.
Yeah, they also, you know, getting value immediately off map with that large Crocs. We're trying to come back into it though with Rita's ult.
Wait, who's he chasing up there?
Cooper as well traded out.
Is he chasing the rocket up there, bro?
Still one of the best teams, and there's a reason why
that person just black out ulted. Hey!
Spot is because of things like this. They're finding those stagger KOs, and you know, we're able to come back into the fight off of a nice ultimate from Doom towards the very end. So Stick Drift, and at a good time too, get 62% on the board.
Oh yeah, it's not my internet, Chad. That's the first time the internet lagged today. It's not my internet.
Speedly does have the ult available. Stick Drift do have Logan and that Deadpool ult, but last time this happened, even mid-fight, TLC were able to find those KOs. It's kind of on Energy to slow it down, and Ritas too. Ritas needs to be able to play slow, not get picked off by Speedily, who surely is going to try to read him, or go aggressive, try to find this backline. 4 screens out early by Silent Blaze.
Yeah, and well, I don't think Shreppool's great into something like Star-Lord with the commitment. It's great against something like DD with more sustain. You just want to group up, and everybody should get that overhealth to keep them up and healthy.
You gotta pay your bills, Jay?
After the answer was
I did pay my
94%
internet. I paid it in February. How many times do you have to pay your internet? What is it, monthly?
Spot here. Great crystals forced out.
But it was once a year.
Speedery, who's dropping away, trying to escape in the moment, but to dance through that. Dosey does through the back line as we still see nobody is off the battlefield just yet. Redis looking for the flank angle onto Cooper. Dashes through, goes to that pack and sees the BRB, which is going to take Polly back into the fight. Tones is
STD
down.
takes the
Energy
first
finds
man.
one.
They're not
Numbers up
taking it.
now
No.
for Team Liquid Citadel. Sick Drift probably not going to commit too much else to try to get those ults ready for the next fight. The Sia goes out from Nero. They want to ensure they win this. Vest finds one. Cooper, Polly able to find the next two. And they'll take this back, but 99% Sick Drift have them right where they want them. Can they close this out?
This is really close. Game, I'm actually really surprised. STD's doing really well.
Down, not getting KO'd exactly. It's just kind of artwork at the current moment. 82% of the board, though. TLC do have energy in that ult, and he's been big every single time. Stick Drift, they need to find something to Redis. Maybe kind of potential fast play by TLC.
Tone's going to walk him forward here with the Freedom Charge. Just going to group up as a unit. Alt Charge is going to be refreshed. 20% boost to that backline. Vest with the Rampage. Doesn't seem like it gets too much value. And there's Logan now committing. Silent Blaze has copy up. Is going to
Oh my god, Nero's running away. Run,
down,
Rocket, run! Run, Rocket, run! No!
Redis takes out Nero. Down. Can they keep this going? Energy!
Energy! No, energy is killing everything. Energy is killing everything. Speedery.
Are they going to be able to do this without strategists now? As Cooper did have ult available, Vest finds one. Speedery.
Oh my god, bro! I thought STD was going to win that. Energy and Speedery.
Strats off the rip will take this map.
Oh my god.
They didn't even have any supports, bro. Dude, that was a good play by STD, though.
Talked about energy.
Hey.
He also plays, I think he got the off map again.
Good stuff by
Somehow
STD.
Across the entire map. Nobody KOing that Glartrox. Got the Doomed and I believe there's a Loki
Speedery is 12-1. So, yeah, energy is 11-4.
And they did find Nero and Cooper. Like, the job was done by the front line. They
Holy shit, Tones is carrying STD right now.
Phoenix, Elsa now being
Tones is 9-3 on Captain America with 7 final hits.
Find those KOs and yeah, huge plays by really energy there, and Paul is switching to
Iffy's 6-3 with 15,000 damage.
One there at the very
oh my
end.
god, both of the
enough, sadly, for Stick Drift, but
that was
still a very competitive round number 1, and we head to that next round where TLC could close out on this map number 1, or the comeback could start here for Stick Drift.
Great calls there, buddy, as we go into map 2 here.
Let's see this.
That was an absolutely banger back and forth. I mean, like you said, it's like artwork watching these teams.
Also, Polly off Captain America is very weird to me. Polly's Captain America is like insane.
On any of these players, if you want to get better at these heroes, I highly suggest checking them out. See their play style, what they do, when they commit. It's going to help you a ton. As we see Pauly setting up for this next fight. Talk about diving, but you don't see dive without setup on both sides. This is beautiful vision here on Speedery and Pauly as they will likely engage together. Heading right to the back line now. There's that commitment. Are they able to find anything? And shout out production for that view.
I'm just curious, like, whose back line is going to be a little bit safer? Looks like TLC is sitting nice and pretty. We do use the Deadpool on Logan's side to try to find some KOs maybe on the front line, but they're all still healthy. Speed goes far for the flank towards the back line, throws his ultimate out, but it's met by the Mantis with the damage. We potentially can find the KOs in it, but nothing just yet. Slowed down by Sleep. Nice job from the Mantis.
Holy
Doomed is going to find Speedery there. Rita's committing now with ult. We see the calling cards come out. They're able to find more. Rita tries. There's the reset. Iffy is going to find Vest for the cleanup. There's a commitment on the backline on a Nero. Trying to dance, but does pay for it. Tone's going to be there too. Rita's once more. Iffy finds Polly. And now Stick Drift are going to take this point again early on. Last time took it to 60%. Can they do it again?
Stick Drift is playing really well. Someone said that was an MRC team, right?
Oh, by the way, Redis is super far in there, but we saw yesterday, I think, like the
dude,
Luda backlines and stuff, not be able to play super safe, I guess, initially. Same thing with these
an MRC team doing this well against a team that is like against Team Liquid Citadel. Team Liquid Citadel is considered one of the best teams, the best team in NA. With Swamp Gaming, they're actually holding their own.
But again, energy's been big with this Glartrox every single fight so far.
Sees the Sia gets committed from Nero. There's the combination from Polly. The Feast with the damage boost. It doesn't seem like it lands, at least not enough, as it's answered back by Tones with the Freedom Charge. Everybody pressing Q now as both dinos are going to rampage. No one is finding a full pick yet, though. Now Silent copies up. Redis gets the first pick onto Energy, and Stick Drift Gaming are still on this point up in numbers.
Well, that was a good read by Iffy. We saw it on the side. He actually canceled Energy's ult. We talked about how Energy's had a big Glartrox every time. Iffy eats him for a second, cancels the ultimate, and cancels that entire fight for TLC. They swap it up now. Switching over to the Invisible Woman. I think we've seen that before, too, to counter these sort of dive comps. I like this out of Nero so far, even though Lose Snow is incredibly strong. Same thing with Rocket. I like the deviation, the variance. Now give Speedily the Ultra on the sky, help peel for him, too, in this 3 Stratus comp that's been so strong on domination.
Yeah, forcing them to switch comp up is just more testing.
Oh, neutral fight.
Incredibly strong team.
Energy has
I love
ult.
to see their growth as Energy gets the first pick there onto Tones. It's going to try to get them back on point. 90% almost. Crystals get popped here. Great patience again by Silent. Always just waiting until things are most dire. Unfortunately, they're down a number now. I do see some more commitment as the Soul Resurgence is there from Doomed. Stick Drift Logan now going to launch with ult, trying to give everyone that over health. Portal play might need to happen for the first pick onto Team Liquid Citadel. Down
oh my god,
Nero.
oh my
Rita's
god,
doing an
STD got the
job
pick.
on that backline. Rage of Ultron comes out from Speedery. Is that going to net some value? Not quite yet, as Tones is just dancing with that shield and looking for more.
I mean, this is going to be one of the best Black Cat teams in the game right now. Pauly trades it back, though. I mean, nice job.
There's no way, bro. There's no way.
Committed by Cooper. That's the only ult in the game as well. Surely Stick Drift won't have the HP.
Oh, dude, I really do hope this goes to a map 3, man. This is a really good game, man. I have never seen Team Liquid Citadel struggle this much.
They're on the Ultron comp for the defensive side. Stick Drift do have ultimates. They set up Ritas very well, but I think this comp is a little bit better due to the fact that even if you're running Luna Snow, the Rocket Raccoon, you can be victims on this map specifically. It's harder to kind of find a spot to sort of peel around like we can in other rounds. So I like how TLC is playing this regardless. I mean, you're going to have to get some crazy plays out of S and Pauly, maybe some ultimate cancels or at least slowing down Ritas because he's going to go off in just a moment here. We need to peel for Nero, who's going to have ultimate in just a moment.
Yeah, those are great calls. I couldn't agree more. You have to
make
make
sure
sure
that they made it so you could run on walls.
90%. Ritas is all. We've seen value non-stop here. Look at the setup. Ready to dive onto that backline, force some stuff out. Logan has that answer, and there it is as Logan starts up now with the strap pull. Going in as Pauly tries to dance, but paid out some cooldowns. There's those crystals. Ritas, though, is able to find Nero and then launch off.
Ritas.
And can they do this? Energy gonna find one, but Ritas gets another. They're up 2 numbers now.
Don't get me wrong. I love how I love Pauly, but like I like how Ritas just got 4 kills and we did not see any of it. Now we get to see it. Okay, Ritas just killed 5 people. Ritas just killed 5 people and got the assist on the last one.
Cooper, Nero has ultimate at the very least. Do they want to commit it? They do so. Can they get the KOs through it, though? It looks like the answer is no at the current moment. Everybody's slowed, given that invisible boundary as well. Energy has the ult up in a second. Could go big, but the portal's about to go away in a moment.
We're gonna go now. Speedery gonna pay for it.
Oh, controller player, by the way. I keep forgetting. Silent Blaze is a controller support player.
Numbers are falling. This is Stick Drift's.
Where's all my controller players out there?
We're gonna use some ultimate commitment. Silent copies up Tones, and Ritas clean up the rest. That is gonna be a map to Stick Drift, and I love to see that as we head to map 3.
Wow. I mean,
we're going to a map 3, bro. Uh-oh.
I think once we go to Super Soldier Factory, this might change again because Team Liquid Citadel, I think they could play that Luna Snow comp again to Rocket because they can sort of bunker up in the main side a little bit more, kind of deal with Ritas. So I would like that switch back potentially here for them. And the fact that they use a few ultimates as well, but I don't know if they're going to. I mean, I know the Ultron stuff can be good here on this round. Same thing with Energy can get off maps. But that was not obviously as big of a round for Energy in that one. This team's coordination on these comp dives from the Black Cat has been super clean. You can see exactly why we heard in the offseason Iffy and Tones wanting to stick together.
Ritas is 20-4 with 10 finals,
his Devil Dino play,
and Tones is 19-5 with 11 finals. That is crazy. Captain America with 11 final hits.
Because he canceled Energy's upcoming map might still be in the same situation regardless.
Yeah, a lot of Dino's value is just in the raw damage, right? In the distraction. Now, you don't get a ton of finals with Dino, you know, a lot of bleed applied, a lot of just damage over time. And, you know, like you're saying, canceling ults, using that shield at the right time to shut down some damage. It's super valuable. Obviously, the tackle, being able to find
Jay, you were going to be a nurse. How would you beat STD?
He's just got so much value in his kit.
If I was Team Liquid Citadel,
really clean play there from Stick Drift. Ritas is looking dominant.
I don't know. Drugs.
But ultimate advantage going to be in favor of Team Liquid Citadel.
Drugs.
They're doing the Penny Parker, dude. Help me counter dive. I don't know why I went Mickey Mouse mode there, but listen, this could be kind of crazy if the Penny Parker actually does end up countering.
Yo, wait a minute. The Penny Parker on Pauly.
Yeah,
okay.
There's the Rage of Ultron. Cooper able to find Iffy here, as Cooper is going to set them up
what
one.
drugs? All of them.
Found a ton by the Cat, and rarely do you see Cooper have this many times getting KO'd. It just goes to show you the pressure. It's Energy. Going to find Doomed here. Tones trades that back onto Nero. Vest trades with Silent Blaze. Ritas onto Cooper once again. But it looks like the point is very close for Team Liquid Citadel, but not quite fully capped. The portal comes out.
Yeah, portal coming out. I mean, they still have these mines, one shot that can come through. Speed finds one of the Logan, 2, the extra damage there. If he having a portal play back, like you mentioned, but I think the Penny Parker, sort of like Wolverine, has so much value here. Rita's gonna have to dodge so many mines. Look at that minefield is out.
Is Rita's gonna pop off?
Like engage with it because of the Penny Parker mines. Has to wait them out. Also taking damage from energy the whole time. He has to wait out the whole ult. Comes back for Vess, but does Vess know he needs to fall back to his team? No, he's got the hard pocket. Paulie finds one of the iffy. Has the follow up 2 towards the point, and again, Penny Parker value. Chip,
oh my God, that character does so much.
Might be dead. We might be entering Penny Parker meta.
I love it, buddy. I love it. We were mentioning in the interview,
the Penny Parker meta, chat. We got Penny, you know
bro. That's the kind of talent.
The Captain America got himself on Penny, bro.
If you have a pro player being like, man, this is impossible. Like, you heard in the interview, Vess is like, man, I can't play against Penny Parker. I'm getting CC 24/7. I mean, yeah,
and Regis gets off of the Black Cat and goes.
It's probably for a good reason. Even if it is maybe cheesy.
Punisher, chat.
Can be viable and very good as they have ultimates. Regis goes over to Punisher.
Yeah, 100% agree with you here. Now we're going to see some answers. Regis can no longer run that cat with Penny on the field. It's going to go.
I think Punisher's really good against what they're running. Punisher died.
Side of Team Liquid Citadel, Energy takes out Regis. Cooper trying to find that off-angle flank, not allowing them to take this point with the protection there of Speedery's Ultron. Going to rotate that drone whenever necessary, making sure nobody can steal it, and they're just holding them at the door essentially here.
Oh my God, he has leads for days, bro. He's just headshotting
back to help peel for the point. Speed's being an anchor to help touch it, also contest him. Energy uses the ultimate in the backside, does catch on to Iffy, and that's another KO. These staggers have been big, and that's the problem with dealing with the Penny Parker. There's a lot more damage than you probably think coming through. You do use Logan's ultimate with a damage boost, but again, they're not finding those KOs, even with the jackpot that they need.
Come on,
to
STD. You guys can pull it. You guys can pull it back.
Cat now tried to make the switch, didn't work out. So you can tell that the comms and the team are definitely active, and I think that's a sign of Team Liquid Citadel kind of just holding their own. Tone's going to initiate heavy now with the freedom charge. Regis trying to be at back and
Regis went back to Black Cat. Wow, he played one life of a Punisher, died, and then switched.
Going to spread some of those mines. Can Regis get the pick in the sky on Speedery? Almost, and does. What a play there, as now Doomed gets one, and it looks like the point will shift, but 90% off the rip is a ton, as they are committing even more.
Yeah, ton committed there into the fight, but at least you're finding those KOs. Gonna get that flip in a second. Paulie touches. Same thing with Vess. These characters have about 1 billion HP. Will eventually go down.
1 billion HP. Wow, they got it to 99.
But for Stick Drift, I wonder if they're going to stick with this. I mean, they're obviously looking like one of the best Black Cat teams, and they want to keep running it. But I wouldn't even mind maybe that Phoenix swap, or maybe you switch something that can deal with the Iron Man. I mean, I understand you're playing the strat pool or whatever, but I don't know, maybe we even can get off the triple comp now at this point. Maybe swap Logan over to.
Yeah, wait, doesn't STD have a really good Phoenix player?
We'll see what happens.
If they had, they're running triple support though, but both teams are running triple support.
Rampage now from Vess. Gonna initiate, head right towards the back line, likely. Speedery and the back line just playing indoors here together. Is a good start as Vess is just walking through him. If he matches it right back with the Rampage, afraid to walk on those mines though, and that's a downside. Wow, Regis able to find one. Do I see two? Looking for it, but gets taken out by Energy. Good peel there.
Nice peel, nice peel, Energy.
The duelist line, and that was some clean play though. It goes to show you how good you can be with Cat into triple comps, but wasn't enough.
Yeah, Stickter's still in control of the point. They come back into it. TLC goes to that Ultron's Rage. We saw the blast map. Every time Ultron Rage was up, team won the fight with this damage boost especially. The no KO just found until now. Cooper finds Iffy, grabbed by the Dino of S.
Yeah, there has just been so much value on Paulie, buddy. I'm with you fully. It's really been massive. Regis, though, finds Nero, though. Through this, as Energy looks for one. Tones goes off map. The portal plane needs to come through. Logan tries to hold, but will not be able to do that. And that's going to be a win here from Team Liquid Citadel in a fight that they almost made happen.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Dude.
I mean, you can see the value of Elsa, by the way. And same thing with Black Cat. Some of these characters are the strongest in the game. Black Cat shows up like a freaking like a villain out of a
that was a good first game, chat. That was a good first game.
Insane. Team Liquid Citadel win that first map. Elsa,
we got a series, man. We got a series. Hopefully, if STD wins the next map, we get a best of 3, and that would be awesome because
we'll see what happens for Stick Drift after the short break.
That'd be cool. Okay, chat. I gotta go pee real quick. Give me 1 second. I just gotta go pee. what would be so good right now? Like a big bowl of white cheddar or kettle corn popcorn. Chat, thoughts? Ooh. That sounds... Ooh. Ooh. Just regular popcorn? No, bro. Oof. 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 Is Elsa back in the meta? People are playing Elsa, yeah. Elsa's still a really strong character. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, we have 2 minutes still. Damn. Neptune, appreciate the massive 2 months. How you doing, my friend? Popcorn with butter. I don't like popcorn. Like the movie butter and all that stuff. Oh, nah, man. I'm good. Kettle corn popcorn clears, and also white cheddar popcorn, like that smart food popcorn. Ooh. Ooh. Jay, when will you make a pro team? Ooh, nah, man. I'm good, man. I'm too old. I'm too old. I'm a streamer now, chat. I'm just a guy who screams at his monitor and... Oh, man. Smart food is goated? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. What character do you recommend to play as a DPS? If I play duo with a friend who plays healer. We're in platinum now, just started. Ooh. Damn, if your friend was a tank player and you were a DPS player, I would say the easiest way, chat, if you're a DPS player or you're a tank player, get a DPS player or another tank player to be your, like, duo. So if you're, so it's going to be tank and DPS. So you play Groot, your friend plays Namor or Moon Knight, you guys Groot ult combo, and then you guys literally kill everything. But if you're starting out, I would say just play Luna or something. Play Luna or Invis Woman, and the DPS player plays, like, what? You could play Punisher. Punisher's a very, like, friendly character to play. Phoenix. I mean, what else, chat? Bucky, Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight is a very good character in Plat. Jay, have you ever thought about owning a team? Chat, I am poor, and I am also in a 27-year left mortgage.
The battlefield in style with this Iron Man's Iron Samurai, and
I would rather pay off my mortgage than pay people to play for a
Tamagotchi,
team for me.
which you have to personally keep alive as soon as you equip the skin. Good luck on your journey. It's been available since...
What's the interest rate?
No, it's until July 3. I can read.
I bought it right after COVID.
I know words. I know lots of them, actually. That's why I get paid to speak them. Alongside my good friends, Dogman, and I run Shib. Guys, I love these skins. Big fan. Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah. I think the Iron Samurai skin is a personal favorite of mine. Such a dope skin. And I play Iron Man, like, all the time in quick play. Shout out Iron Man mains. You maybe won't see a ton of them here besides Amazing, but definitely can.
Don't you pay for TTK to throw games?
It also ties into one of my favorite, like, Marvel lores out there, which is like the futuristic 2099 timeline where
actually I'm very excited to see 100 Thieves play today against Swan Gaming. I think that's going to be a fire game.
I love to see the skin alongside of it. Now let's get back to our corporate talk. Gotta talk shop, gotta talk business, gotta talk about how TLC got it done, because this was a really close match, and honestly I'm so glad about it. I love that STD managed to fight back in this fashion. Let's break it down a little further to talk about how they got it done. Taking a look at our MVP here first from TLC, and quite frankly I feel like almost you could give that to everyone, but it goes to Energy, who has been lights out. He's been farming on the server today.
Yeah, if we're talking, you know, in corporate lingo, you know, for Energy, we need to reach these next, you know, points in terms of
Energy went 29-9.
These what is it, POIs or whatever?
KPIs.
KPIs. Thank you.
Yeah,
you're
welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know the corporate lingo more than I do. I've just been gaming like Energy.
Well, we can take it offline after this segment, and
Okay, good. Yes,
you know,
that's okay.
Jam a little bit. That's cool.
We've already had discussions with HR behind the scenes, so you know, I'm just kidding. Energy really is that guy, and I think for Team Liquid Citadel, it's, you know, do they invest? Do they double down in that composition? Keep
Tones popped off. He went 23-7 with 13 final hits. Redis as well has 17 final hits. That's crazy.
Or do we mix it up? Do we have to slow this down and put Redis onto Phoenix or something else?
Yeah, I mean, it was like as soon as Redis was forced to switch off of that Black Cat, where they got so much value from, right? Like thanks to the Penny Parker on the other side, Redis going off of that Black Cat, and that's where the struggles kind of began.
Yeah, I think, you know, not only is Redis just discussing, I think Cat is in a really strong place. She's up in, you know, in the duels percentage for win rate. You know, we don't need to even dive into that. But what I will say is Redis has been absolutely surprising me. I think Redis is a sleeper duelist in this scene as a whole and definitely has a bright future, but very, very clean Black Cat play. I think we saw a Penta there at one point on map 2. So definitely can shine in these moments. But yeah, once you bring out that counter, like Paulie, you start slowing the pace, force them to break the spawner before they move forward. It's just enough distraction for them to just take this thing home. And once they made that switch, it was very difficult for Sickdrift to do anything.
It was indeed. And I mean, the interesting things already started in the pick and ban phase, right? We did finally get to see that White Fox ban after we just talked about that in the previous series, Dogman.
Yeah. I mean, that character's really good. White Fox, you kind of had a bit of a foreshadowing, I guess, almost to seeing that ban come through, because makes sense. The character's been really good. Same thing with Rocket.
How is this allowed on Twitch?
For all these teams, and the Double Dino, I think, was popping off in the last series too. Like, I think we saw some nice plays out of Vest.
Nah, bro. What is happening to Twitch, bro? What is happening to Twitch? What is happening in my friendly Christian Minecraft server?
And you know, I'm curious where Stickers going to take us, considering that last map, it was still super close. But if we go to another map where Penny Parker's good, I mean, Paulie looked solid on the Penny, even though we haven't seen it at all in the previous seasons.
Listen, as long as it's not Museum of Contemplation, I'll be happy. And I am, in fact, a happy little muffin. Great. Okay. Love that for me. Arrakko is where we headed next. What are your thoughts on this map and the direction that Stickdrift is taking us with it, Chip?
I love this. This is one of those maps that we had been saying, or at least we've been talking about in the green room. Actually, virtually every caster, it's like, where have all these maps been? I think, you know, there's a conversation to say they don't want to divulge too much information of what they like to run, but also, like, there's value in running a map that teams don't really play a lot. And I think this is one of those maps that
I think this is our first time seeing Arrakko.
Advantage and something they've been practicing that maybe they haven't seen so much on the side of Team Liquid Citadel.
Yeah, now
you've been gobbling those nuts for an hour straight.
Oh, these are sunflower seeds. #1 seed.
I love sunflower seeds, bro. Sunflower seeds are so delicious.
Can they get it done and close out this series on their opponent's map pick? Let's find out. Dogman,
we actually get Arrakko, though.
All right, my brother, we're heading in to Arrakko. You know, I think this is really a good dive map too. This is where back in the day, man, and I'm dating myself here, the pro scene, when we used to see Panther come out, this is the only map we really used to see him played here, because there's so many escape routes with those portals. And also you can get kind of cheeky with Penny here, putting some mine spawners around in those portals to shut down those locations too.
Sunflower seeds give you some of the most rancid parts. I think Emily said that once.
Yeah,
that's why I do it.
The brain here. I was thinking the exact same thing. It feels like a solid map for both. I mean, I think the reason why we've seen
she's
so much
the one spelling it,
just feels like kind of a well-balanced map, maybe, for like a lot of teams. I don't know. It just feels like a nice map to play. And I think every map they release, obviously, there's like a new gimmick, right? Like the portals are a big thing that happened with Arrakko and Krakoa.
My favorite thing to do is do it under the sheets and then bring the sheets up
we enter the Museum
to
of
like get some
Contemplation,
air under there
and shields, and it's like adds more cover. And I think that's the difficulty in a lot of these maps. There's just not a lot of cover like on these maps. So it's like once you add those extra sort of angles and positions to sort of sit at, it just feels more balanced from like a perspective of the hero shooter shorter genre. And Gambit's off the rip banned because that character is not balanced for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, insane win rate when he gets through. It's like almost 70% next closest.
Black Cat is safe, chat.
If that. So nutty. But yeah, Catlock from Sickdrift. There you go. Redis. I actually got wind. Shout out Coach.
I'm pretty sure they're just going to say the dinosaur.
KOs per minute, I believe, or final hit percentage is actually at the very top right now in the North America's region. So an absolutely strong duelist, no doubt about that across the board. As we can look over Team Liquid Citadel removing the Luna. You have said Luna's in a great place right now, and I couldn't agree more with you. I think she's essentially more scary than Hela, but also heals.
Yeah, the best Luna players so far have kind of been putting teams on their backs at times, and you know, Team Liquid Citadel Cooper's not been a different sort of case. Rocket Raccoon removed on both sides. Black Cat one-sided so far. The White Fox Protect, though, does get through because of it. Because of that early, I believe it was a rocket ban or whatever.
I do
think
the
very end,
that is a very good pick, chat. That White Fox save.
Liquid Citadel's there to sort of help with these dive comps, and I think that would.
I would ban Luna then,
or now maybe we think about
Phoenix,
keeping Phoenix alive at the very end, or does Team Liquid Citadel want to keep forcing that ban onto the White Fox? Regardless, Luna Snow's going to get banned for Stick Drift side.
Yeah, I don't hate that ban either. Cooper's really good on that hero, but we're going to see our final Protect. I don't know if you heard that thunder. Thor's mad at me outside, apparently, right in the ban phase. Didn't like that ban. Wanted to see Luna come through, but yeah, final lock coming in. Wow. I mean, yeah, I like the ban phase on both sides so far. They make sense to me, but we haven't seen a lot of Arrakko, so I'm like not even sure what's right now in the meta for this specific map, as the final lock's going to be Mantis.
Yeah, team's been fine letting Phoenix get through, I guess, because in the very end, they go for that Loki ban. You talked about Loki earlier and how strong that could be. I think that's a good ban as well for Team Liquid Citadel due to the fact that that was kind of how Stick Drift were staying alive in some of these fights for an extended period of time. And for Stick Drift, they wanted to make sure they get that Mantis yet again in playing around Doom. So, I mean, it makes sense to play against Double Dino with these sort of heroes. I would kind of like it if they played more around maybe Rita's playing a hit scan or something like that, but regardless, this is kind of an interesting ban phase, and I think I would lean Team Liquid Citadel, but where are you kind of going with it, Chip?
Yeah, I think that final ban was huge. I think Loki had so much value in Dom. It's a little different when you're playing Convoy and Convergence with Loki's value, because if you can just cover the entirety of a Dom point in crystals and the greens, it's like a full reset for your whole team. But I still think it's an incredibly strong ban as we see that as the end there. I would argue it's a tough one, actually, for where I really land. With Team Liquid Citadel adjusted best out of the ban phase.
Yeah, we'll see if it actually pans out that way, as, you know, I guess results might be different than...
this is going to be a fun game because this is the first time we're seeing this map, I think, both in EMEA and NA. I don't think we've ever seen this map.
And probably a lot of other people, and I think they're starting to
barring the dinosaur made this game lame AF. I do not agree with you at all, and I don't even play Devil Dinosaur. Devil Dinosaur as a DPS player has been so fun to headshot, bro. Nothing is more satisfying than playing Star-Lord or Phoenix or Punisher and just headshotting the Devil Dinosaur or shotgunning him, really.
Same thing for Stick Drift, though. They get that one-sided Mantis
change that
with Ultron in the sky.
Yeah, it really enables Ultron when you have Mantis. The damage boost on Ultron at all times.
Play a tank against him and say that? Play Emma, chat. Emma literally bullies Devil Dinosaur.
Run. And we see Doomed with the first pick right off the back of what we're saying. Polly goes down and was running that penny, kind of like we had discussed. Had some potential
actually,
on this map.
I hated this map the first time I played it because I threw the game so hard, but this has been one of my favorite maps to play,
also going to be on that Ultron pick, but won't have the Mantis boost. Going to be more difficult in the trade. Great walls there. As we
also,
see
Mr. Dude and Toxic Bombers for 7 months
strong
and
start here for Stick Drift, who did not take that loss lightly. They want to find one.
Yeah, Logan, nice trade as well onto Nero, and I'm surprised that Paulie didn't want to switch off of this Penny Parker so far, because it's as you talked about. I mean, look, these mines are getting destroyed, the nests are getting destroyed instantly by the Phoenix, and, you know, maybe on that, the hard counter coming through from Stick Drift, just playing this front to back so well, getting Tone's high charge, walking in TLC.
Yeah, we see Iffy with another pick here. This is such a good groove. What an ult there. Can they find a few? It looks like they will. Goodbye to 3. Make it 4, 5. What is happening? Stick Drift are on a rampage right now.
5 minutes per second. I hope we go to a map 3, Chad.
5 minutes
I hope we go to a map 3.
2, but this is one of those very defensible positions.
Today has been a lot of fun, bro. I think 2 of the games, or maybe 3 of the games so far, have been map 3.
In the last map, you know, considering Phoenix was available, they didn't adjust early, and that's the thing with BO3s, is it's hard to make those adjustments.
3 of the 6 games so far have been map 3s, Jet.
TLC now makes the counter adjustment by getting the Venom out there and Vest onto that Deadpool to help deal with the Ultron in the sky. So they should have a better composition to kind of deal with Stick Drift's side. However, Ultimate's still up. Upcoming fight speedily throws out the Ultimate. Is there any follow-up, or did Stick Drift disengage? It looks like they're disengaging decently at the moment.
Yeah, but
what's your prediction record? So far, my prediction is 4 for 5.
When it's not, you don't have the strap, will get you levels early on. Tones trying to find one, pulls the crystal. Every time you pop that 25%.
No, 3 for 4.
The enemy's
3 for 4.
that you pulled it from is deleted.
4 for 5.
Keep that in mind. It's really good against tanks too, and it can enable some clean combos. You can see the pressure is still very much here for Stick Drift. They still have ult advantage, but not for long, as now Vest, Nero, and Polly will have some answers. Cooper close behind. Energy ready to come out of the skies. There is that Soul Resurgence from Logan on the push.
Did Virtus Pro play? Virtus Pro played against Navi today, and Navi beat Virtus Pro 2-1. It was a really good series.
But again, disengaged by Stick Drift. I mean, they're yo-yoing back. They do find Doomed at the very least, but is that enough? Yes, it is. Pauly finds Logan. A nice comeback there by TLC to the second phase. This could be a very hard point to push past, especially with these Ultron compositions. Stick Drift now switch it up. They go over to that Deadpool for Logan yet again. Doom goes over to the Phoenix this time. They run 2-2-2 style with this backline. I kind of wanted to see this in the last series, so I'm interested to see how this does as Regis is onto the Black Cat as well. TLC should understand that, though, read that, understand the backline maybe is easier to get KO. Maybe force a bad ultimate of silent plays. That's the win condition for TLC with that copy.
There's Pauly on the commit on the back line. Energy able to clean up.
Come on, STD, bro.
Notice diving the back while your duelist just wrecked the front. If he gonna find Speeder
nice,
and
nice.
Nero
Look at that.
Gonna find as Logan does. Everybody.
And I really do like how STD is getting off the triple support and they're running 2-2-2. Now that they have Doomed on the Phoenix, I really do like that. I think when you run 2-2-2, it's a lot better.
That was a huge ult by Iffy for sure. I think maybe they thought they were in their Loki crystals. Unfortunately, we're like maybe a millimeter outside of it. That was a crazy unlucky situation for TLC, but they put Speedily back onto the Daredevil. A lot of counter swaps happening so far as Nero also onto that White Fox upcoming fight. Stick Drift could go aggressive with this invisible boundary.
Wait, something I don't like though is Team Liquid Citadel.
A lot of
Team Liquid Citadel is running White Fox and Loki. You're gonna have, dude, that's ass.
Triple here for the Groot. Love to see that. It's a 4-piece now for Iffy on the Groot, and it's just
Team Liquid Citadel does not have a defensible. Okay, now Cooper goes Inviswoman. I was about to say, what are you doing, bro? White Fox is the. I say this with the most respect. White Fox is the shittiest ult in the game, chat. I'm sorry.
Copied the Groot there. That's why you heard the Strangling Prison.
When you pop White Fox ult, she dies. And then she dies. It's the worst defensible. I would rather have a Jeff ult, actually. And I think Jeff is horrible.
Stick Drift again looking so clean with their maneuvering at the current moment as they try to mix it up yet again. TLC put the invisible boundary, or sorry, have invisible woman here, but again, it goes down. Cooper is just getting farmed currently as we trade it back.
That's fine. A DPS for a support, that's a good pick.
The Energy is going to find Doom there as we hear some ultimate commitment. Pauly drops Logan now. Trying to use that ground to keep him away, but Pauly's still very healthy as there's more follow-up from Vest trying to get the pick of the front line. Can they make that work? They do. Tones goes down as Vest is able to bounce back on this Van pool and seemingly gets leveled up pretty quick here.
DPS when your support ult doesn't make them immortal, swap. I mean, not really.
Maybe want to switch back over to 3-strat as comp 2, considering
when you pop, you're honestly telling me that a White Fox ult is a better defensive ult than an Invis Woman or a Luna ult? Because if you do, then you're either smoking some of the most expensive drugs I've ever seen in my life, or you're probably a bronze player.
Nero takes out Tones. You can notice the shifting composition here from Team Liquid Citadel, trying to get off some of that more protective stuff, play a little more aggro with the dive. And it's working out for this moment, but Stick Drift, with that early push, has had enough time here. They really just want to be patient, find the right time to ult Regis, and Iffy have ults available. Nero is the only answer, which you really can't do much in the Fox form when Groot ults you to the ground. Energy, though, takes out Doomed. Solo pick here, just looking to shut down Speeder.
Oh my god, they just solo ulted him.
And that's totally fine. You can get one with an ultimate. It is valuable, but they're still being held right now. Just goes to show you, Team Liquid Citadel is angry about what's happening here in these first 2 points.
Yeah, Nero sitting back. You do have the right side. Rita's kind of going for those dives, coming through for it as Iffy, but they don't find that White Fox who just teleports away back towards that underside. But again, I mean, Stick Drift, they get picked, trading 1 for 1, though. Pauly does go down, too, so both of these divers, Captain America, Venom, fall. Energy trying to
support ults are the strongest ults in the game, chat. If you miss a tank ult, it's whatever. If you miss a DPS ult, it's whatever. If you fuck up a support ult, you lose. Support ults are the strongest ults in the game. You don't. I do not agree with support ults being used offensively like a White Fox ult, bro. They should be defensive ults, which you can sit there, absorb so much damage, or absorb an ultimate ability.
Now trying to trade that. Here goes ultimate commitment. Can this be followed up on? Regis trying to look for another penta like we saw on that domination. Pauly going to be the first one to get a pick, though. Looking at Speedery now. Regis tries to make this work out. Goes right into the health pack. It looks like Speed will go down. Regis only able to find one, but still the cart just ain't moving very far.
I'm surprised Speed didn't try to just fall back to the team. It's like he was surprised he was there. If he flies back into the fight, 30 seconds left to go. Nice job with the shot line on
Gambit is an outlier, chat. Gambit is Gambit, bro.
After that pick on the Speedery.
Gambit is the most broken character in the game.
Cooper uses the invisible boundary. They think they can clutch up with the White Fox and Invis here. Paulie does find Tones, so maybe they are kind of right.
Yeah, this is a really strong defense here. The amount of time that they've held, 9 seconds on, got a touch before 3 as out goes that freedom charge from Paulie. If he goes under with the feast, Logan committed 2. Tones now going to match with the freedom charge, trying to keep them on point for the time being. Overtime, nobody has gone down just yet. Paulie playing slow, waiting a moment up in the sky as the Phoenix, the full reset from Energy in a moment, tries to get there. What a stop.
Oh my God.
That was intentional. That was disgusting. Speedery.
Okay.
Energy. Speedery again. Somebody stop him. He is just a menace in this back line as they delete the rest. OT will tick down. They cannot get the portal here in time, and that will be a hold before point 3, but still a very strong push.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a good push.
Work from the side of TLC. I like the switch off of the Loki onto the Invis to help sort of peel off stick drift. And, you know, you saw that last fight, the White Fox, the Invis clutching up there. I mean, realistically, they won because of the backline and Team Liquid Citadel's side. Same thing with Vest. I think Vest, you talked about him on the Van Pools, looked so clean, blocking off the healing. But every time these ultimates have come out from Nero and Cooper, they haven't been going down, right? We talked about the Streets phase.
Marvel Rivals is a trash game full of cheaters.
Being in the game,
trash
but I think
game.
that the Invis makes this backline so much stronger.
I think I played thousands and thousands of Marvel Rivals games, and I probably had like 10 cheaters in total.
Also a bit of a problem. And they were taking care of Paulie.
I think this guy's just mad. He's probably on a loss streak, and he has to blame cheaters.
Whenever they could sleep him and slow down.
That's not cheaters, bro. I'm sorry.
For Stick Drift, maybe they could have reacted a little bit faster there. And Team Liquid Citadel, I think they've been on point with their counter swaps as they only made it to the very end of that third phase shit. But these first points, you can definitely first point hold, right?
Oh, yeah.
Stick Drift.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Especially point 1 here. I mean, playing low side, you know, you do have that off map. You know, you can see Iffy on the Dino. I think Dino's really strong here on point 1, similar to something like Emma. There's a lot of threat when you're pushing point 1 after that first turn and that whole downside off map. There's just so much potential to be off map. They're gonna likely see a comp that won't stress over it
also,
too much.
Even if you get a cheater in your game, report them, chat. They have a new system where if you lose a game and you lose like 20 points, you report the cheater gets banned, you get your 20 points back.
In danger too from the Dino. So see what it looks like, but the hold is going to be up in that corner, a little bit different than what we saw from Team Liquid Citadel that elected to hold low side instantaneously.
Yeah, it's going to be the Paulie on the Dino, like you said, and you know, I wonder if this mismatch with the Penny Parker will be good, right? First point hold Penny Parker has been a kind of a mainstay, it feels like, in the past, but now it feels like you can play kind of anywhere. Regardless, they don't go down to these mines.
Ooh.
Nice grab comes through from Paulie, but gets
I did not ever get
regardless.
my points back from that cheater that they banned, but apparently he's...
Nice job by Paulie to find
what do you call it? Nevix or someone got that cheater banned and they got their points back
instantly. Paulie going to be on Dino, used to seeing Vest in this role, but gets a triple now on the Devil Dinosaur, showing up and saying, I can play this too, as we see Vest on the Groot. And this is some very strong push right back at him. It might be even faster. Come on. Wow, what an answer.
Yeah, they're done. I mean, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. That was a great answer. Like you said, and how, you know, Rita said, I think that was a tough fight to get picked off, obviously.
That's not good. That's not good for STD, man. Come on, STD. You guys got to win this, man.
But the Bucky also creates an opening with the hook. He looks for it again. They're on Invis, though, on the defense, too. And Stick Drift need to get some stabilization here as Cooper does go down to Rita's. Nice job to at least find one in this upcoming fight, as they're still on Penny Parker due to them thinking they have the mismatch there.
Yeah, I like the Penny idea. It hasn't really had a ton of success here on defense, but Penny definitely with Dino is a big threat. You can just get those free pulls right onto the mine. Speeder going to drop back towards the team, but you can still feel the presence. Match back in the invisible boundary, trying to pressure through it, and they do. Energy able to find one. Rage of Ultron goes out. Energy going to buy time until needing to press that Q again. Waits for the last moment, tries to land it instead. Going to play safe with it, as it does force out a few ultimates, able to still get value. Iffy drops Paulie, and now numbers are in favor of Stick Drift. Ooh, Kamiho after the fact. I'm not sure if that was necessary after losing a few, and that gets deleted instantly as well through the mines.
Wow, they popped White Fox soul. What happened to White Fox?
Stop the momentum.
Her ult got deleted.
A full momentum shift here, Stick Drift.
Yeah, better placement of the mines. I think these Penny Parker teams maybe not as comfortable playing it just yet. But still, that last fight, I mean, they got KOs with the ult. This second point can be so hard to kind of contest through. And for TLC, they're happy still running this. I wonder if they go height this time instead of just through the low ground, because they're taking this just straight up with them at the current moment, and Regis has full control of height right now and needs to kind of be contested. It looks like nobody's really kind of going for it until last second, as if he tries to create that space towards the low ground.
I'm with you, buddy. You got to constantly off angle that spotter before you initiate, and they do just that. Pauly's able to clean that up. Vest finds one. Can Liquid set it off a number. Pauly going to ult right through. Hearing that strategist all committed, Energy able to find Logan even through ultimate. So much good focus as another goes down. Oh my God. Team Liquid Citadel back on their feet, rushing forward. Maybe even an ultimate spread for the moment. Tones and Regis. And in terms of ults, I would say Team Liquid Citadel definitely has an advantage in this next fight.
Yeah, with the damage boost, with the buff to the Loki left, or with the Bucky left clicks. Okay, what a hook. Nice job by the Penny to stun him at the very least. Portal comes back out of spawn. Ultron's right here from TLC. They find
oh my God, someone needs to stop Energy, dude.
Trying to get a pick through, get the reset, and almost does. Good movement to stay healthy. Even better by the strategist for focus. Regis drops Energy. Logan onto Pauly, and there's another answer that maybe is just a little bit too late. As Nero brings out the boundary. They're going to answer back, though, so at least that is the value they're looking for. Forcing out ult is totally fine there. It's an even trade for the moment as Rage of Ultron goes out from Doomed, but the retake looks like it's back in favor of Stick Drift.
Nice, good hold, good hold. Why are they saying Stick Drift, bro? Just say STD. That's their team name.
I mean, that was nice out of Regis. Huge shots there to shut down Energy. And that's why we talk about him like one of the best players in the game, having a high-level Black Cat. Same thing with Phoenix, but he has to keep it up. Obviously, TLC at that last fight do have Groot Ultimate available. Is it going to be blocked by the Invis shield or pushed away? We'll see what happens in the upcoming fight, because a lot's going to be on that Groot on Vest's
dog,
side.
Jay3. You like playing with Shib because he casts the big games and sees all the techs, and you benefit from that.
Now, Agamotto going to be the first ult that will be available for the side of Stick Drift, and they need something here as Vest.
Play with Shib because he
just looking to not land it on the strange shield,
sees all the tech, and not because he's my friend.
Throw himself upwards, so have a better angle at the back line, and there it is. Using it against the wall on the right side to avoid the shield. Can they get some damage off it? Vest finds Tones there as Energy deals a ton of damage to the front line. Cleans that up, and that is enough for them to get point 2, and this is going to be a tough hold with 3 minutes and 20 seconds on. The rest of them will fall. Schmiedery committing an ultimate there at the end.
Yeah, it's almost a little awkward. If Vest throws out the ult, he gets hooked immediately by Energy. Tones goes down. And the Penny Parker plays just haven't been good for Stick Drift. They switched
STD had a lot of time here, and they got held, so they just need a really good defense strat.
The characters and stuff, but honestly, TLC's answer to at least how Stick Drift are playing it are very nice, and now, I mean, Energy, too, is able to find these KOs through ults, and same thing with these hooks, so...
Yo, what's up, Jerky?
Mix-up has been clean for them.
Hey, good game today. Good game today. My favorite part about your game is when you win Punisher, jump through the portal, and you try to shotgun dive someone, and then you died instantly.
A good idea there, Logan, with the Soul Resurgence. Doom drops
Also, you're going to need to talk about your teammates jumping off the map there, bro.
They can't give up all this free movement.
You learned that from me. Yeah, lies.
They got to do exactly
How you doing? How you doing? Good. That was a good game, though. That was one of the best games today.
Some decent space there as they do take this position back. Great wall by Tones there. I do believe that stopped the Kraken impact.
That was a great game, man. That was a great game.
And again, you're looking for value like that. You're trying to stop an ultimate with an ability. That is just value in value. It's just non-stop.
I don't know how Fate fell off the map yet, so I haven't went to go check that out.
Here with 2 minutes and 12 on.
Yeah, they're kind of happy going for the mirror, and now Energy is not. He's going to go over to the Moon Knight off the Bucky, just trying to get some more damage down range, like you mentioned, on the inside of this point. Could be a bit harder to relieve all of those damage shots from Energy, and he finds
flipping the map. I like
Energy on the Moon Knight here. There's really not much they can do. Strangling Prison gets stuffed, I believe. No, instead it's a little bit late. Can they counter through it?
Oh, yeah. GG's, chat.
Gonna clean up another, and that might be it here, folks, on the top.
That's all they needed to do, bro. All they needed to do was just Groot combo, and then like they win the game.
And stay undefeated.
I thought that was going to be a closer game. Wow.
And, you know,
I thought we were going to go to a map 3, bro. That would have been actually really sick.
Against TLC, but they still get it done. They made the right counter swaps at the right time.
1.7 million from 172 people.
That'll be a job done out of them so far in his group stages.
There was $14 million on Team Liquid Citadel from 500 people, chat.
And honestly, not contested. So.